inside your tiny mind, then look a bit harder. Cause we're so uninspired, so sick and tired of all the hatred you harbor. You can't tie my laces. Your point of view is medieval. Fuck you very, very much. Cause we hate what you do and we hate your whole crew. So please don't stay in touch. Fuck you very, very much. Cause your words don't translate and it's getting quite late. So please don't stay in touch. Do you get a little kick out of being small-minded? You want to be like your father, it's approval you're after. Well, that's not how you find it. Do you really enjoy living a life that's so hateful? Cause there's a hole where your soul should be. You're losing control of it, and it's really distasteful.
I figure I would stop it there for now. Anyways, how is everyone? Can we hear me good? I hope we can hear me.
How is
okay, everyone? We can hear. Ooh, I don't want to hear my own voice. That's fine. Let me guess. Sunk into the abyss of madness. Feet Fanty is the topic. Yes, rebrand. Yes. Yes, Dinah sure do. Okay, let me look here. We got Court. Hello, my friend. And my bitch. There's my bitch. You know, Fancy wants to talk about having a bitch. That's my bitch. Hi, Tracy, my other partner. Hi, Libby. And my rebrand. Hi, Cheyenne. We're going to be talking about some lies that were spread this week. If I can catch up on them. Hey, Cool Gamer. How are you, Cool Gamer? Witchy bitch, hello. Welcome. Hi, Samantha. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And I'm not at my desk today. I'm sitting on the couch because, well, I don't want to be at the desk. Let's just leave it at that. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm new here, but I love your videos. Thank you, Cheyenne. Hi, Jill. Today is, you know, I keep saying I want to keep doing these lives, and I don't want to keep doing these lives. I don't. My plan is this is it. After this, we're just gonna let I seriously think I'm gonna let the court figure it out. I told Fancy, quit lying on me, quit defaming me, and I would never say another word about her. And that ain't what she wants to do. So she brought my husband's name up in her shit this week. And those that know me know that don't play. Do I get a cookie and a glass of wine? You can have a whole bottle of wine, rebrand. It's Sunday. I started to open me a bottle, but I've had a sinus headache, so it's probably not the best idea. But this one sadly was asked for fuck's sake. I'm over it, guys. I am over it. Didn't she say that y'all stole her logo? Yes, she did. I'm going to show all that here in just a second. I actually am in contact with the artist that drew the logo. She's willing to go to court. She is willing to go to court. And she said, Fancy needs to leave me the fuck alone. Tracy, we've talked about that a couple times. And if you'll hear a big commotion, it's just the chickens out there being stupid because it's that time of day and they're on the back step here and they're like, my roosters are being jerks. Oh, who is whose partner? Tracy Lynn is mine and Tori's other partner. Hi, Ozzy. So, I'm going to tell y'all what. If there was something that was said this week, because I don't have everything. I couldn't go back and watch it all. I have it all saved. I just didn't go back and watch it all. If there was something that was said that I do not talk about, bring it up. Ask me. Let's talk about it. I believe the comment is pinned. Is the comment pinned? The bitch. My emotional story. If I grabbed any of those chickens and did all this with them, I would be started up and going to the hospital. I'd be getting animal abuse calls on me. Yeah, some of these crew that are coming in, I think, are from Reddit. Okay, good. So if anybody would like to come on panel, that link is pinned. Come right on up. I will make sure it's you before I put you up here because on YouTube we have a thing about we tend to get a lot of peen bombs. Not the fucking chickens. And I really like those chickens, and I have to put my hair up and it's gonna look stupid, but I'm hot. You know, I'm in Texas, guys, and our weather is bipolar. We go from freezing temperatures this morning to now I'm currently fucking hot, and in about an hour I'll be cold again. So, and I'm menopausal, so this horns, anybody? My chickens are louder than your chickens. Bet you on that one. I don't know, rebrand. They're being quiet right now. They can make some. Oh, they make some noises. Yeah, Tracy is our silent one, but she tends to be a little more vicious than me. If y'all can figure that one out. Not who fancy partners. So currently, Fancy keeps saying my partners, my partners, my partners. We're no longer partners, bitch. Get it right. Get it right. And let me just say this. Hey, April, I can absolutely call you April. Nobody has to be like family to call you April because the government still calls you April. I mean, that's your legal name. So if I want to call you April, anybody else wants to call you April, they can go right around and call you April. Get the fuck over it. People do it because it pisses you off. Maybe shut the fuck up. Quit making a big deal out of it. People could call you April. Probably better than some of the other things we all call you. Just saying. Hold on, there was a message, and I think that might be important. Let me see. Uh-oh. So somebody just sent me something that she did, and they were like, she's lost it. Don't play with the volume up, or at least when people can hear it. Okay, I'll have to do that in a minute when somebody else is up here and I can mute mine. Your chickens are macaws. Oh, yeah, them suckers are loud. I can't have any big birds. I would like to have big birds, but I have, you see him right there? That's just one of them, and I have 4, and they all weigh 15 to 25 pounds. They would eat a macaw. Speaking of a chicken, they're chiming in. Oh, here we go. Tracy has actually said this on a few of her posts, and they keep getting deleted because she just doesn't want people. Boy, I go live and my phone blows up, guys. I'm an XT member as well as an X mod as of yesterday officially. Well, so glad you're not drinking the Kool-Aid, Court. So glad you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. Fancy, by the way, I'm sure you're watching. The link's pinned. You're welcome to come up and to chat. I know you keep saying you're blocked. You're technically not blocked. You have to subscribe to my channel. I mean, I know you don't understand those things, but it's there. So this week, there's been a lot happen. Let's start with the last 48 hours. If you're on TikTok, then you know Ryan was Fancy's new. She kept calling her bitch, her new pit bull, all of that. There was a few times she said it. I think she was trying to get at me. Girl, if anybody wants that job, they can have it. I gave up that job a long time ago. And I actually reached out to Ryan, but it wasn't anything about Fancy. I am starting a new PTSD support group for those who have walked away. I am an honorary member. Family fosters rescues. I did kittens a few years ago. It's so hard. And I'm going to be all over the place, guys. I have no rhyme or reason exactly for this. I'm just going to be addressing a few things that were said. So I am going to share this. let's see. Let's stop this share. And the reason I'm going to share that, I'm not sharing the whole conversation. I am going to share part of the conversation because, let me get the right button. I'm going to prove something. So I messaged Ryan on Friday morning, and Ryan had said a few things that people were pointing out Fancy had liquor in her life, had some kind, I guess it was a Smirnoff bottle. I don't know what it was. And Ryan was going at people about not giving me a hard time because I have uncorked in my name. Well, for one, and I've said this to Ryan, if I'm not getting at anybody, it's done and over with. I don't say I have utter brewery syndrome. I don't say I don't drink. And I'm sure as hell not acting like a lunatic up here on a live saying I'm not drunk but acting drunk. And Fancy telling people that I drove drunk is a fucking lie. Those that know me in this chat that have known me for a very long time will tell you I don't drive drunk. The one time I was drunk talking to Fancy was during the pandemic, and people were egging her on. And I unblocked her, messaged her, and said, "Are you okay? People are really trying to push your buttons so that you'll act stupid. Please stop." I had to unblock her so she could call me. I sat on my swing outside and drank a bottle of wine and was good buzzed when I got off the phone with her. She's changed it from I drunk dialed her to now I'm driving drunk. Make it make sense. Anyways. Oh, well, it don't want to do it. Why don't it want to share it? Nope, it don't want to do that. Okay, so let's see. It's over here, I bet you. I think I put it in here. Of course, it's going to give me a hard time. So, right here, guys. And y'all probably can't see this because I wanted it up here, and it's not going to let me do it, and I don't know why. I guess it's just going to be stupid. So I messaged her at 8:04 that morning, Friday morning. She read it and responded at 6:59 p.m. This was my message. This was me asking her about her calling me out and what I had to do with anybody, what anybody was saying on things. I didn't reach out to her about Fancy. I didn't try to turn her against Fancy or any of that. None of that. And that is all I'm showing. I'm not telling anybody what mine and her conversation with. That's between me and Ryan. I've told her she has my permission to share if she wants to. Hold on. Let me go back through comments. Yes, Christy. I'm sure we have a few. It's okay. I'm not going to say anything publicly that I wouldn't tell her to her face. She doesn't have the balls to come over here herself. What's my IQ rebrand? I've honestly never taken an IQ test. Or maybe I did in school. I don't know. Fancy used to tell me I was a genius level like her, and that was the reason why she had me, and we could carry on conversations because I was just as intelligent as her. Kind of offended me because I knew where she got her test, and I always felt like it was her kissing my ass so I'd stay. Right. This one here has known me as long as Fancy, and we have remained friends, even though we no longer podcast together. I don't drive drunk. How about Spirit Finger? Well, I literally just told Tori that this morning. That's what I'm thinking of. Pandemic fingers, because you can't say that C word over here. Y'all. The reason why she's not texting you, Ryan, if you're listening, is because she doesn't want that evidence getting put out there. She's been busted that way. So she likes to get on the phone call. So make sure, guys, record the phone calls. That way you'll have the proof. I do have a few recorded. And not voice messages leaving back and forth. I actually have like full-on conversation that she had with somebody trashing Tori. So you have to be drunk to talk to her. I'm reading chat, guys. I was talking about me reaching out to Ryan because Fancy's trying to say that we got to her. She was already done with her when we messaged her. And the only reason Tori even messaged her was because I told Tori, I'm talking to Ryan. She's not okay. And by the way, if you were one of her moms that are watching, y'all been lurking my profile, it showed on TikTok, it's fine. I don't consider that stalking. Fancy does. When you quit drinking the Kool-Aid, as Christy says, message us. We're here for you. We know what it's like. I don't like looking down at the camera. It makes me crazy. That's why I sit at my desk. And so we're just gonna have the glare. We're here for you guys. We know what it's like. We know what she's gonna do. We know how bad it's gonna get. Hi, Sister Knives. Sister Knives, you ready for a wrench in case I need it? Thank you, Court. I'm glad we helped. I am. Oops. It jumped on me. Why does it sound like there's somebody at my house? Okay. And pretty much, guys, if they're lurking, it's okay. If they're ugly, if they're getting too ugly, time them out. And then if I need them blocked, I'll tell you. Pretty simple. I love how she talks about being a lawyer. How does she plan to covering up her felony record for that? Hey, Till. I'm not worried about how many viewers I have, honey. Matter of fact, while y'all are here, make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way in or out. How about that? I don't worry about my numbers. It doesn't matter. They'll come when they come. I have chickens being ugly. I've got a rooster beating up other roosters. High Crime News, welcome. I'm trying to go back through. Am I missing anybody? Jasper saying hello. It's been a really tough couple of weeks. I can't imagine what y'all went through. I'm still going through. I told her the other day, I've said it and I've written it on TikTok. I've written it here. I have said it publicly. Quit lying and we'll quit talking about you. Quit lying. Period. Jasper's a mess. Jagger's mad at me or he'd be over here making his little bird noises that he makes. And so let's see. What were some of the other ones? Oh yeah, I was gonna pull it up to show it. Oh, by the way, Fancy, I did go check today because I was kind of gonna show someone to prove a point. Thanks for removing my name from your trailer, by the way. I know you said that I stole that. I mean, I have the proof that I didn't, and that's okay. That's how I got YouTube to put it back up, and I just have it privated because no, I wasn't removing it. Wasn't going to because you gave it to me to put up, and I actually tagged your network and gave you credit. It was something I was supposed to be working on. Sorry, go to court. Let's see. I hope you do. Kool-Aid got something spicy in it. Kool-Aid done sour. I'm kidding. Why does she get to have an opinion and lie, but we can't defend ourselves? Tracy, I don't know. I'm talking about Fancy Foxy. She's another big shug. They were separated at birth. It's fine. Yeah, I said it. They just alike. They are just alike. Seriously, just alike. I used to laugh when people would say that, but man. Y'all are killing me. So I did take some notes of a few things that I have watched. So, let's go here. So Fancy says that we don't deserve to be at her table. So for those of y'all that are here that have left her table because you don't deserve to be there, according to her, it's okay. It's okay. We got this. No, we don't deserve to be there. We deserve better. We deserve respect. We deserve peace and we deserve dignity. And you don't get that when you're there with her. You get no peace because she doesn't stop. The chaos is real. You get no respect, none. And the dignity done gone out the window when you're screaming like a banshee like she does. She always tried to get us to. Oh, here we go. Hold on. She always tried to get us to drag you and Tori, Christy, and the family, and we always were like, I don't know these people. I'm not talking shit on someone I don't know. And Brandy was nice to me, so look, I match energy. You come nice to me, and I'm nice to you. Christy doesn't care if you don't like her. People don't like the fact I'm friends with Christy. Guess what? You can be friends with people and not agree with everything they say and do. I know that's a shock to people, and for whatever reason, people don't seem to be able to do that. Makes no sense. Be fucking adult. Tell you what, if you ain't paying my bills, financing, feeding me, and effing me, you get no say in my life. And my husband will tell you, even then, you really don't get any say in my life. Oh, and let's talk about her doxing my husband. Thank you for everybody who reached out to me on that. Thank you. I love y'all having my back. That's what lit a fire underneath my ass this week. Because let's put it this way, guys. I have had a week trying to decide about this, so I want to share. Hi, Jessica. Here's the thing. I have a daughter who has severe mental illness. We are suspecting schizophrenia right now. And getting treatment has been impossible. She's too old for my insurance. She doesn't have insurance. And she has an alcohol problem. Long time ago, when there was an issue with her alcohol, Fancy said maybe I should be a better mom and get offline and go tend to my kid. My kid was at that time 29. Let's see. No, she'd have been 30, 31. And I was 10 hours away. Comes a time when your kids have to be adults on their own and there's nothing you can do about it but sit there and go, what the fuck? So fuck you, Fancy. Fuck you. Maybe tend to yours that, no, wait, yours tend to you, right? Yeah. Yeah, I just went there. Sorry. I'm trying not to go personal, but I'm done. You brought my husband up this week, bitch. We're not playing. My husband has done nothing to you. He avoided a situation with you so he wouldn't be disrespectful. When we went to Kentucky for a gala you were supposed to be putting on that we found out towards the last minute after my trip was paid for, there was a bunch of bullshit. By the way, maybe I should call Campbell House and give them information that they need to go forward with a lawsuit on that 15 grand you owe them. Where you signed, get this, where you signed April Johns as your business partner. I guess we can add DID onto your diagnosis. Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, she says, but you know what? The government calls her April, so I can call her April. Cop that stops her on the street and looks at her ID is going to call her April. Rebrand Natasha has moments. I'll give her that. Tracy, I did. I had the best trip. Once we realized it wasn't going to be a business trip, we turned it to a vacation time, and we had a blast. This coming June is going to be even better because we tearing it up. Oh, Jill, I'm sorry. My brother is schizophrenic, and it was a very hard time even getting him diagnosed. Hi, Trace. There's another Trace coming late. I just want to say what Fancy is doing to the Blanchard family breaks my heart. She needs to have repercussions. Well, we're hoping that happens. Yeah, I'm hoping it happens, Fancy, because you've crossed the line. You could have gone and told the story. Nobody would have given a damn. Could have told it however you wanted to tell it, except defaming people and lying on people and refusing to give medical records. Maybe you should get the family back the medical records that you were supposed to give back at the end of that contract. Oh, we're just getting started, S.L. Conley. Don't worry about it. Where are we going in June? I am going to Kentucky in June, and we are doing network stuff and having a blast. Lots of filming, lots of activities, lots of business. Somebody told me about that rebrand. I got to go find it. My mother. Oh, I got a belch. I don't want to belch on camera. That's so rude. So Fancy shared that message with my husband when he posted on one of her lives. If she kept slandering me, he was suing. He wasn't even talking about her. That was when we were fighting with Natasha, and Natasha was blasting me out one side and down the other, and he had had enough. And he went on there and he commented. He didn't even know where he was at. And I'm like, babe, you're not even on the right page. That's Fancy's. He's like, oh, well, shit. And I literally messaged her and told her, hey, he didn't realize where he was at. And we laughed about it. So then she wanted to show the messages with her and Christina, like, oh my God, they were so mean. And then she made this big deal about it. Get over it. I'll have to check that out in a second. um, and she said the other day, she said something, she mentioned skank bitch, that he said somebody called her skank bitch. Yeah, David did. Actually, he didn't call her a skank bitch. He used to call Natasha that. And what he said was, in one of our fights that we were having was a knockdown, drag out fucking fight for like 24 hours. He said, she is starting to sound like skank bitch. I told Christina that David was even saying she was starting to sound like skank bitch. Christina went and told her he called her skank bitch. I mean, I know we're not supposed to talk ill of the dead, but Christina isn't innocent and shit, people. And I'm not keeping up with chat, and I'm being horrible at that, and I'm sorry. Yeah, we ain't doing none of her singing. Sorry, she's flat. Yeah, currently, Christy, did you catch the other day that she? God, they're loud. The other day, she has been saying nonstop, "Hi, kitty kisses," that somebody has been working with the Blanchards for 7 years. Like it went 7 years, it's always 7 years to 8 years, and then something else was 10 years. And I don't know, I can't keep up. But all of this time, somebody's been working with the Blanchard family to tear apart her company. So I've stole the by proxy script. I didn't know we had a script. I asked Tori about that earlier. Didn't know we had a script. Never saw it. I saw the lookbook because Natasha got that. I'm not sure who gave that to Natasha. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows who gave it to Natasha. I know it was, I think, one of 3 people. And first time I saw it was when Natasha shared it on Facebook. So how did I do that? How am I responsible for that? And they're getting louder. Why did she give herself the name Fancy? Why the alter ego? That is, as a kind of, Fancy is her stage name. That is the name she uses for the actress world and all of that. And I have an opinion there, and I'm going to wait on that because it's snarky. There was a by proxy script in what they call a lookbook, which is kind of like an outline of what you're doing on the show kind of thing. I'm glad y'all are addressing the awful claims. Thank you, Purple Butterfly. Your name scared me, I'm going to be honest, because she used to do something with Purple Butterfly. It didn't scare me. She can come in if she wants to, so I can shut her down on my stuff. Also, allegedly, per F, all of the followers who go against her aren't real people. They are paid bots by Christy. I tell you, I can't make this shit up. Look, I text Christy the other day and I said, look, supposedly I'm on the payroll and I need a paycheck. If I'm on a fucking payroll, somebody better start paying up, damn it, because I ain't got paid shit. I didn't get paid from Fancy. I paid Fancy, but I didn't get paid by Fancy. God hell was tormented, but I sure as hell did not get no paycheck. No, you are not crime news. We were talking about that in Reddit today. You are not part of the Reddit thing that's sharing the stuff on Fancy. And Jessica likes snarky Brandy. Yeah, I have to be careful because Brandy can be very. I'm talking in third person because I just love doing that. I think he's getting louder because he hears me. So, hey, Court, if you block her, you will not see her. Same for Crime Talk, please. I know there's issues there. I don't know the full extent of it, but let's keep it about trash and fancy, okay? Okay, ladies, please. For me. Everybody play nice. But if you block each other, then you won't see each other. In court, just don't. I mean, crime news, please just don't. Don't. You know, y'all have issues, so just leave each other alone. Yes, Tracy, I'm supposed to be getting paid. I am on Christy's payroll. Like, you know. No, Court, you're fine. You're fine. It's just easier if the two of you, I mean, I know there's issues. Crime news, you're right. She did not send you. She did not send you. I found Crime News Talk. Let's list this little lie up. It's been said that I and Christy went and found Crime News Talk and sent her after Fancy. I found Crime News Talk because of I think was it somebody messaged me that time? I'm trying to think if it was that time or another time somebody messaged me. She was talking about they had a blow up. They just had that big blow up, their very first blow up, and I went in the live and I said something and we were talking and I told them all, hey, we're gonna address the lives. Come over to the live on I think it's Saturday, whatever that first live was. That it's a distraction live that we did, and they came over here. It was later that week. She asked me to get Christy some information. I messaged Christy and sent her an email. She gave Christy information. Christy didn't find her and didn't have her going after y'all. Her fight with y'all, with Fancy, is her fight with Fancy because of the bullshit between them. It has nothing to do with Christy. Nothing at all. Nothing to do with me. I did, Christy. I did. I was like, can I have my paycheck now? Damn. Right. This is funny. Damn, Brandy, what kind of partners did I get? You still networks, logos, etc., and now you're getting paid? So let's see. What else did she say? See, here's the thing. Tori and I have been asking, and where is Tori? She must have got called into work. Tori and I have been asking, how in the hell did we steal your company? Your network was up for 3 months after we started this one. Well, after Tracy and Tori started this one, I wasn't even a part of the network at the time. I was just a friend helping out. We don't have the same content creators. We didn't take any content creators. I wouldn't consider myself one of her content creators. I refused to give her my stuff because she wanted to put her name all over it. Not her stuff. It was mine. I was doing my own editing, hated the shit her editor did for my openers and closers. It was stupid and ridiculous, and he would not communicate with me on what I wanted. This is no shit right here. One other show that left was the Mosleys. That was Tori's creation. Fancy did not have an exclusivity right in her contracts. Mine didn't. I can't verify everybody else's contracts because I didn't see them. Mine did not. Our content was ours to be put anywhere. And there was no exclusivity. So we could go anywhere we wanted. They did not want to work with Fancy because let me tell you what, when the whole shit started with the gala and the nonprofit and this and that, and then having to pay all this fucking money every month, the reason why she doesn't have a network up, guys, is it costs a lot of money to run it every month. It costs money. She doesn't have a car because she can't pay a car note. She can't afford a network. She's now saying she's taking our network in court. Well, I tell you what, Fancy, hypothetical. Let's do a hypothetical. Let's say we go to court and your evidence that's in your fucking head is truly believed by the judge and he takes our network and he gives it to you. Okay. How are you paying that bill every month? How are you paying that bill? Because I can promise you our bill that we have is more than what yours was because of what we have on it. Over 2,300 pieces of content on our network. And I don't know, Tracy, you'll have the numbers. 1,800 of those pieces, no, more than that. I'm going to say 1,800 of those pieces are paid content that we paid for. You can't afford it, Fancy. If you could afford the network, you would have your network up and your content creators would have had someplace to go. Christy, is she saying that? She's saying that Crime Talk News told you, wow, you weren't even talking to her then. We didn't even know who Crime Talk News was at that time. Jesus Christ. It was all done through PayPal, Aussie. Well, usually in order to have money, you have to have a job. Yeah, I went there. My 24-year-old kid, well, my son is 27. He doesn't have to pay my bills. Now Molly wants to bark because she wants up here because she doesn't think she knows how to jump up here, even though the chair's halfway down. Yeah, you didn't know her that she wasn't even on TikTok then, was she? Was she on TikTok then? I don't even think she was on TikTok. Yes, I know, Court. I went there and I'm trying to behave myself and see it just happens because she brings this out in me. Because she has lied on me and Tori for months now and I'm over it. For 7 months, she has dropped these things everywhere that we stole her company, that we did this, that we tried to take her business, and we did this and we did that, and we've said nothing until recently. Until recently. And now we're stalking and harassing and defaming when all we're doing is defending the line she's putting out about us. See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, that she went on after they pulled the Banfield segment. That's what I thought. See, I don't pay that much attention. I'm not on TikTok that much. I know everybody tries to act like that I know all this about all the stuff on TikTok, and I don't. Like, I'm just now learning the beefs with the different ones that are in here that are on TikTok because I don't know them. I have enough on here to worry about. And it's like I text one of my YouTube friends, and I'm like, hey, I'm going live. It's different drama than what you're used to if you want to come over, because it goes on forever. Hey, dog lover for life. She started TikTok right when Gypsy got out and her special came on TV. Okay. Right, Tracy. I don't. Like I was telling everybody a while ago, I have spent this week trying to figure out how to save my daughter's life. My daughter really fucked up this week, guys. It's been a week. It was a week Saturday. Um, and I don't know how to keep her out of jail. Let's just be real. I don't know how to save her other than begging the judge to put her in rehab in a mental facility to get her mental health help. And she's starting to see the things that we're saying. She said that she was already kind of coming to those conclusions. And I have spent all week dealing with that. Thank God my husband happened to come home, because the job he was on, they didn't need him there no more. So he came home. He's been home this week. He literally just left to go out of town again. I spend all of my time running a farm. I have a small farm. I have way too many dogs. Way too many dogs. And of course, there's one barking at me now. I am the only one here. I can't yell for somebody to cook my dinner. I can't yell for somebody to go do the dishes. Can't yell for somebody to go do whatever. I literally have to take care of everything myself. It's okay, Witchy Bish. Thanks for coming back. I don't have time. Between that and my shitty cup business that she loves to talk about, that's so shitty that, I have a storefront that I'm opening in our Southeast Texas Renaissance Fair, that this will be my, let's see, third year, fourth show. Molly, seriously? I'm going to have to get her, because she's going to sit here and bark at me until I pick her up. Come here. You know, if I pick you up, you're going to scream because you don't like it. This is my little senior girl. And hers rotten. She can't see. Losing half her hair. Okay, you want over there on the other side now? She can go get in the blanket. She's even on special medication. She doesn't get her hair back. She was a hoarder situation, and they actually didn't think she would make it. And I brought her home and hand fed her, and she's special. It really was, Libby. She doesn't. And putting up content. We put up in the last 10 days, Tori and I put up, God, Tracy, over 100 episodes of content. And it takes time. This isn't something you just like click a button, and it's up. You literally have to download it. Sometimes we have to do all the little redo things to it, to whatever it's called, and then load it, because the TV thing won't take it. And then you have to put all the details in. And let me tell you what, some of these companies have so many tags and so many avails they allow. And it's not easy. It takes time. And we're doing it hours and hours and hours and hours a day. I mean, we've spent 12 to 16 hours a day uploading content. I don't have time to fuck with her. Don't really care. I'm just tired. In my little shitty cup business, I literally just took an order for 4 cups yesterday from somebody that a friend ordered cups for me. She's like, oh my God, I love your stuff. Can you make this for us? Yep, sure will. Yep, Tracy had the others that she's loading up that we're getting ready to put on. I mean, yeah, it seriously is. Okay, I see you backstage. Which one are you? Let me hold on. There's somebody backstage. Let's do this. Let's put an overlay. Hey, how are you? Are you there? Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, they dropped in something for me. Um, and so on top of my farm, I literally have a farm. I have chickens and ducks. I will have some goats before the year is out. My husband keeps saying no, but we will have some goats before the year is out. And moving my 82-year-old mother here. Thanks, extra knives. Like, my plate is full. I don't have time for this, but I'm fed up and I'm done. Do not go after my husband. Do not talk shit about him because let me tell you one thing, Fancy. April Johns, my husband didn't lay up through fucking COVID. My husband worked his ass off through COVID. My husband to this day works his ass off to provide for us so that I have a car. I actually have a brand new car. Well, it's 2.5 years old. Um, I have good insurance. I have a home that I'm paying for. I don't live off other people. Don't you fucking dare throw shit on my husband again, bitch. That's where you done fucked up this week. Can y'all tell I'm pissed? It is hard to watch. I messaged Christina, Colleen, and said, I'm worried. Get her some help. And I didn't reach out to Colleen, by the way, Fancy. Colleen messaged me. And then I put her in a chat with me and Tori after I asked her first. And then we had a phone call because we didn't want her having screenshots of conversation as we talked. Because we wanted to make sure you weren't on the phone. No goats. I'm fixing to move. Yeah, my mom moved to South Dakota and she's ready to come back because she's a Texas girl and she can't handle the winter. She can't see, so it's not supposed to be driving. So, Brie Brand, that's what I'm thinking. Goat cheese. See, rabbit trails, guys. She shared a screenshot of him. She's been making little digs, and he doesn't get on here. And families are off limits. We're not supposed to be talking about family. That's what everybody always says. And she wanted to bring that up, and her excuse is, "I'll show names. I don't give a fuck. They do mine. I haven't shown yours. I haven't shown shit other than proof of what has been said. And you want to attack my husband and try to make him look like a bad dude. He protects his wife. He doesn't ever have to sit there and scream at me to shut the fuck up. Let's talk about Blueberry. He loved her Blueberry Jam. Let's talk about how the Free Craig page was made that was so horrible. And guys, it was horrible. I'm not going to take that away. She said what she said. Yeah, I did. I'm pissed. I'm not going to take away what happened when we were on Facebook. And this is the difference between me and Fancy. Fancy will not defend anything. Jasper, you better quit. Fancy will not defend anything. She will not say, oh, they did go hard at Brandy and she didn't deserve it. Nah, she likes to put those little digs in about how awful I was. I spent hours on the phone with her, guys, trying to talk her off the ledge, afraid she was going to take her own life. They tormented her. Now, she did egg it on. She did go in there, and I didn't know about this at the time. She did run her mouth. She started the war with Natasha over trying to tell Natasha how to run a Facebook group. And the war was on. Natasha just went a little bit lower. That Free Craig page was made because that fight that y'all heard the other night of him screaming at her. He was tired of listening to it, just like he is now. And he went to screaming at her, and that was the first time I'd ever heard her called April, and it was ugly. It was embarrassing, and it was ugly. And Natasha's people made the Free Craig page because they were insinuating that she was abusing Craig. And it started a whole mess. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was bad and it shouldn't have been done. But my husband has never talked to me that way because we have respect for each other. I have respect for my family. Maybe listen to what your family's telling you. Maybe listen that they've had enough. Maybe the vendetta isn't worth it because you're ruining your mental health and theirs. And I'm going to tell you what, my peace of mind is a whole lot more important than any fucking vendetta because that ain't going to solve nothing. So Connolly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not around her enough to know that. Evidently, people were concerned because there was a welfare check done. Supposedly, I don't know. I told. Here's the thing. I messaged Colleen and I said, Colleen, do you know what happened the other night? And it was that night she was in the car in the dark screaming. And I mean, my phone was going off at 1 o'clock in the morning. Go to TikTok now. It's bad. So I went to TikTok and it was bad. And I messaged Colleen the next day and was like, oh my God, do you know, y'all need to get her help. I'm concerned. If we reach out, guys, it's turned differently. Tori just reached out to Emily the other day because she heard that Fancy say that she was going to put the dog down and she knew how much that meant to them. And so she messaged Emily and said, I'm so sorry. I hope, you know, I'm praying for you, however it was. I shared it on my community page. No, so Connolly, she's not. I just had a talk with her yesterday. She's not. And she said, oh, I don't know what's going on. I didn't see it. And I'm like, oh, well, here it is. So I sent her the screen records. Then I found out from somebody who was on the panel that Colleen was in the fucking chat that night and knew. So she lied to me and just wanted me saying anything. Chickens are being assholes. Started shit. And I knew something was going on because I had actually messaged Colleen after the long conversation we had after that first live we did, and we got on the phone with her. I messaged her a couple days later because I knew what was going on. She had shared with us what was going on with her child, and I checked on her and said, hey, is everything okay? Wanted to check on you. I'm praying for you. She read it, didn't respond. I went, okay. Colleen wants the drama to stop, but she doesn't have the backbone to stand. Well, she probably is trying to stand up. According to her, she is telling Fancy to stop. But she doesn't want to lose everything they've done and what they're building. She is not grasping that Fancy has just ruined all that with her maniacal screaming and hollering all over TikTok. She is not listening to the fact that a lot of the professionals we worked with over the years have blocked Fancy. Literally talked to one a couple weeks ago about something I'm wanting to work on and literally said, by the way, before you respond to what I've asked, I'm no longer working with Fancy at all. And they said, give me a little bit. And they came back and they said, oh, we went and looked up what y'all are doing and y'all are kicking ass. I'm proud of you girls. Good job. Yeah, let's do it. She's way addicted to that Kool-Aid. I didn't mean to click that one. So yesterday, I popped in that chat that I had with Colleen and Tori and said, because of the defamation that's happening, I'm leaving this chat. I don't feel that it is smart to be in a chat with somebody that might be tied to a lawsuit. Because here's the thing, we don't know what the judge is going to decide. That judge could decide to pin everybody that's part of the business on that lawsuit if we finish going forward with it. That is something we are in serious talk about because we're tired of having our name dragged through the mud accused of doing something we didn't do. I wouldn't want Fancy's business plan because it sucks. Nothing she's done is successful. Why would I want that? I have a successful cut business. Tori has a successful soap business. Tracy has a successful mercantile business. We are building a successful network in its baby stages. It's a baby, it's got a long way to go, but we're building it. You know why? You know why none of us did our work for you, Fancy? Here's a tip for you. We got tired of doing the work for you because you wouldn't do your own. We were doing the podcast. Here's a story. Let's take a little story trip. We were doing the podcast. We were going to do Chris Watts. And this was right after, there's something on my screen. This was right after I had gone back in 2021. I had been filling in 2020 when she fired Colleen for plagiarism because Colleen plagiarized all of Scott Peterson's stuff. And so they fired her, but that's who she's brought back and willing to work with, somebody that's actually plagiarized something. Go figure. Yeah, Colleen, if you're watching, I don't zero fucks. April has Colleen convinced that they are going to take over a well-established network soon. Not going to happen, though. Yeah, they think they're getting our network. I told Tracy and Tori that's where she was headed. They were like, it didn't make any sense. How can she? I was like, it doesn't make any sense to us because that's not legitimately what's going to happen. But in her brain, that's what she thinks. She's going to have to go to court with a whole lot more than my opinion is they did this and this and this and this and took my network. Because what the judge is going to say, were you paying for it? I mean, that would be like Hulu or Netflix going and suing the other for starting a fucking network. Make that make sense. She wouldn't like being Tracy's partner. I'm gonna tell you what, Tracy and I struggle enough being each other's partner because we we tend to butt heads often. We butt heads, but we work it out. Tori's the quiet one. I'm wearing off on Tori, and I kind of like it. She's now speaking up and having a voice and like being snarky, and I'm going, yes, finally. Oh, snark award, snark award. I like this. Yeah, Jessica, I don't con very well. I don't con very well. I have a hard time lying. I was told today I was lying in Reddit, and then when I tried to clear it up, they didn't want to hear what I had to say, but it's fine. Fancy has no lawyer on retainer. If I hear the words countersue one more time, I'm gonna fucking scream. Yep, I feel the same way, Court. Absolutely, I'm so fucking go for it, please. If you're so sure in what you have, Fancy. If you're so sure, why aren't you picking up the paperwork from Mike Stanfield at the post office? If you're so sure that you have a case and can take the Blanchards on, why aren't you picking up that paperwork? Because somebody that knows that they can take it on, pick it up. I love you too, Tracy. We are learning each other. She is now that she is watching all this unfold, guys. She's like, now I get it. Now I understand because we have serious trauma reactions to things that you girls that have just now left Fancy will understand. Trust me, when it's message me. Eventually, if I have to give you my phone number, I'll give you my phone number because blocking is easy on the phone. I don't care. Okay, hold on. She screams she has a group of attorneys, then in the same breath says the followers to send her names of attorneys. We have started that process. I'm not going to lie. We weren't going to. We were just going to let it go because it really wasn't worth it. And it keeps on and keeps on and keeps on. Look, witchy bitch. We know I'm a brat. I ain't even going to lie. The only waiting to hear is asking for attorney to pay for the attorney team. Asking for money to pay for the attorney team. Yeah, that happens often. We see that on YouTube a lot. Rebrand says, I heard she had something at the PO. What is waiting there? She has got paperwork from Mike Stanfield from the Blanchards at the courthouse. I mean, at the post office that she needs to go pick up. She might, it would probably behoove her to go pick the shit up. And as far as what's in that, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, she has court. That's right. She has. She's not picking it up. She's laughing at it because we've left it hers. Y'all, I read y'all my cease and desist she sent me. It was all about an NDA. It was all about the Blanchards. It was all about Katie Joy and NDAs. My NDA was over when everything was put out for public knowledge. And I never signed a non-compete, Fancy. Let me tell you what, Fancy. If there's a non-compete contract with my name on it, you forged it like you did the document with Gypsy's name. Yeah, I said it. You didn't forge a document to pick up medical files. No, Christie's even said that didn't happen. But you did forge a document. There's no written proof of that because you're smart enough to know not to put that in text. No, there was a phone call. I can walk y'all through the story of that phone call because I can remember exactly where I was and the fact that I sat on my bed in shock of what she was telling me, because in that same conversation, she shared with me what she had shared with Gypsy about Tori's family, and she knew if Tori found out about it, she would end the partnership. Hey, Kim. Chickapoo, I haven't seen you in a while. Listening while I clean. I'm so sorry how crazy this all is. Kim, like we thought this other little sector of Cromwell in YouTube was bad. This is worse. I swear to God, it's insane. Tracy, I was never April's partner and I have PTSD. Now, Samantha, she's not going to pick it up. And Joan, off topic, I love the curtains. I actually got these. Oh, trying to think if I got these at Big Lots or Walmart. I need new ones because they're not as I want the blackouts to, because my windows bring in so much sun, especially on the sliding glass. I need more for the sliding glass door because it gets so hot in here in the summer. Well, I guess that will be up to Mike if that happens. I think it would be funny. I agree. So yeah, Fancy, we did laugh at your cease and desist that you emailed that were written by fifth grader. Because nobody's taking you serious, because you can't stop people from talking when you're attacking them. We have the right to defend ourselves. You're technically, according to you, the expert on the Gypsy Rose case. And according to your credentials for being the expert of all the work you've done and all the time you've spent and all those things, that would make me an expert. That would make Tori an expert. That would make Titania an expert. That would make all of us experts because we were all fucking there and we did the work. You didn't. You caused us more chaos than anything. Oh, wait, I was going with some. Look, y'all, I am all over the place. It is going to be a roller coaster with me today because I didn't write down. I have a few things wrote down that she said that I wanted to talk about. When we were doing the podcast, I say that because April twists everything on a live. Everything is recorded by everyone, so it will. I have several of them documented, and I know several other people are downloaded so that we have them. The fucking leading expert of the last 7 years. And then I think that changed to 10 years the other day. I don't know. It's like I can't. I can't. So we were doing the podcast, right? And I had just come back. I had been filling in for 2020 during 2020. 2021 was kind of coming full time. And I had told Fancy, look, we have a lot of people on this. It was me, Fancy, Titania. I didn't say that right. I'm sure Christy's going to say, she laughs at me every time. Stella, Tori, and then Emily was going to join us. Okay. 5 and 6 women talking. It was chaos. And I said, well, we need to break this up to where everybody has a section they talk about, and we put it in a outline so that we're not over talking each other. We would record for hours, guys, and not even finish an episode. It was insane. So I had said, look, let me back out. You ladies do the podcast. I'm completely fine with this. I'll just do with you on YouTube. We'll do our Friday nights on YouTube. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't have my feelings hurt. It was too many people. No. I have to have you. I have to have you. You have to be here. Fine, Fancy, but I can't. It's too chaos. So we come up with a little plan of the outline and all that. Then we had to do, me, Tori, and Stella had to do Emily's work because Emily didn't have time and had dyslexia and couldn't, had a hard time comprehending writing things down and all that. So we had to do her work for her so that she could talk about it. Our work, her work, Fancy's work, everybody's work for everybody else, but nobody else had to do their own work. That's why none of us ever did our fucking job because we got tired of doing Fancy's bullshit. And she likes to talk about why, me not knowing Rodney Reed and me saying the details didn't matter. That's not what I said. It's not what I said. It's not what I said. How about we talk about the fact that I've been asking to do Rodney Reed before his execution date, and you kept putting off, and all of a sudden we were doing Scott Peterson because that was more important. And when I just threw my hands up in the air and then finally you said, oh, we need to do this. I'm like, you said we were doing Scott. Well, why would we do Scott when his execution date? I don't know, Fancy. Well, if you really wanted to do it, you would have spoke up. Send me what you have. Okay. Send her and Christina everything I had. Started working up on what we were going to talk about. We start recording. We had already been fighting for weeks. We had one hell of a knockdown drag out. I'm sure she's played the voice clip somewhere where she went on and on and on and on and on all day long. When I finally had the chance to respond, she was pissed because she was done over with conversation. She didn't know why I had to keep bringing it up. Well, because I hadn't had a chance to respond. I had a life. People don't wait on me all day long like they do her. Julie, this is a good point. Very good point. Yeah. Hold on. Wrong one. She didn't have an influence on Nick's sentence. Nick had an influence on Nick's sentence. Do I think that Nick needs a new trial? Yeah, I do. I think he had ineffective counsel. Nick hurt his own self. COVID fingers. wanna COVID fingers. I told Tori that movie, Bring It On, Spirit Fingers. I'm gonna have to watch that movie tonight now and COVID fingers. I'm gonna make a video. That's all there is to it. She actually said she is going to the Supreme Court packing. She seriously said that. I caught this court when she tried to say that Casey Anthony and Scott Peterson Hayes happened the same year. People were eating her up. That was funny. And so we're trying to record, and I am irritated. I am not in the best place. I had horrible internet. We had been pissy with each other, and I had the time of death and where the truck was found, or when the truck was found, backwards, I think. Knock my glasses off. Backwards. I had it, and it really was, I was just going, wait, that's not, no, wait, because Corinne started back and forth. I was like, hold on a minute. Well, I couldn't find where I had it wrote down. I was like, okay, give me just a minute. And we were arguing. I said, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I stepped away. I had to get offline because my internet would not let me search while I was actually on the Zoom. So I got off, was looking up my information. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, there it is. Duh, damn it. So I go back in. I hear her snarking because they didn't realize I was back in yet. And I go in, and Fancy has an attitude. Christina's left. Fancy has an attitude with me. And she starts in with me. And the fight was on. And we fought. And it wasn't nice. Neither one of us were nice. Neither one of us had cool heads. I am a hothead. Let me tell you, I'm a hothead. And it was on. And it was a very ugly argument. And that is the only time that I am going to ever give her saying she fired me. I resigned the first time. I have the where I said I resign. I'm out. And it was over leaving Facebook because she was being very ugly to our subscribers. Like she talks to subscribers now. She was doing that then, and I was pissed because they were our support. And did we need to go to YouTube? Yeah, YouTube was a good idea. I didn't understand it at the beginning, and I didn't like how she was doing it and like how she acted with it, and it pissed me off. And she kept saying, the executives and I've decided. Well, when I talked to the executives, nobody had decided but you. So I resigned. That time, that second time, no, she might have fired me because I was raging bitch. And I think my words were, "Do you want me gone?" "Yeah, I'm done. You're fired. Fine, I quit." And that was a lot calmer. Hi, Betty Dan Boop. I love that name. She also said that she was there once about the whole Scott Peterson thing. Oh, did she? Wow. Do your homework, people. That's our new hashtag. Do your homework. Maybe she needs to do some fucking homework. Um, Someone asked her why she wouldn't start a GoFundMe to pay for her attorney team. She talked about a YouTuber that gets money from the followers. So I wonder if that's why she hasn't yet. She's talking about Natasha. She's talking about Natasha. Her YouTube, I don't think, is monetized because Christina had that and it was all messed up. When I left, it was all messed up. They couldn't fix the AdSense. And now that Christina's gone, I don't know how that she'll fix that. I don't know. Not my problem. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Um, and that's how that happened. And guys, we had had a few weeks of fighting. It had been ugly. We were stressed coming out of Facebook and the fight with Natasha and everything that was happening. But when she wants to say Natasha stalked her, they did on Facebook. But after we left and things were calming down, Natasha quit with the cave. That would be my kid. Can somebody come up? I need to take this call. Can somebody come up and talk? Let me pause this real quick, guys. Give me just a minute.
Oh, look like shit.
Oh, to go on panel?
Mm-hmm. Oh, fingers.
Huh?
By the time I'm able to get up.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It's kind of hard when they finally get to call you that you don't answer the phone.
Okay. I think now. Okay. Okay.
Somebody said, "Hey, April." Oh, I guess they're waving it.
Why are we back? I feel like, is that my fault or yours?
What's that? What?
I am on panel, honey.
What's backwards?
I think I was just lost
You
internet. No.
Yeah, your internet's going in and out. All right, where was I at,
Okay.
guys? Back on track. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? She couldn't hear me. Let's see. So was April here? Did I miss her? Hi, friend. Just in case you missed it earlier, thank you for sending Brandy and Tori my way. Please quit deleting my post about how we stole your network while both were running at the same time. She just doesn't want facts out there. I hated doing that tag when we did Murder by Design. Hi, I'm Brady, and this is Murder by Design. I hated it. Hated it. It felt fake. Everybody felt fake. And she's recovering from a hysterectomy, guys, like an actual hysterectomy. So let's see. People who aren't as smart as you is what you tell people when they don't agree with you. Because somebody doesn't agree with you doesn't mean they're stupid. It means they have a different opinion. And just because you have a high IQ that happened off a Facebook test, doesn't mean you're actually smart. I've seen extremely highly intelligent people be dumb as a box of rocks. Yeah, Courtney, I was posting that a while ago. I'm truly concerned. I've messaged those that I thought that I could message, and it's been turned against me. So at this point, fuck them all. No, Ozzy, I'm not kidding. That's how she knows what her IQ is. So we didn't do our jobs. This was the other one. She would have a company, a book, and a documentary if we didn't do our jobs. Or if we did our jobs. Did you seriously just turn the vacuum on? The cat just turned the vacuum cleaner on. The iRobot vacuum cleaner. Now it's going to run all over and grab everything up and be squeaking. So I've been hearing about this book for years. Do your work and get shit done. Documentary. She would want to record. When I joined the network last year, she wanted to be a part of the gypsy stuff again. Okay, great. Until I realized where she was going with him. So I don't want a part of this. So I would have excuses not to record. Always had excuses. Then I would say, what are we recording? Well, no, we'll just talk. No, what are we recording? I want to go look over everything so I know what I'm talking about. I wanted to do my homework, damn it. You know when she tells everybody do your homework? I wanted to do my homework so I knew what we were talking about. Be fresh on my brain to discuss it, to sound coherent and smart. And she never had a plan. That's why her chaotic fucking brain is why nothing is accomplished. Nothing. Ryan did more than anyone in 2 months ever did. Maybe. Let's see. What else do I have? She shut Mad Ginger Entertainment down so none of our names would be on the business. Okay. Cool. Do you want a cookie? Yeah, Fancy. Yeah, Cheyenne. Fancy did. She sent a rough draft of her book to Ryan. She was reading that earlier. It's hilarious shit. My recovery from my hysterectomy downtime was 4 days. Maybe I was lucky. Mine was about 2 weeks, Sister Nines. About 2 weeks. Jasper, leave it alone. Seriously, Kat. This whole she could win an Emmy one day is what her daughter told her. You know how many times I heard we're going to win an Emmy for this documentary? The Christmas hooker. How can you type a book with her disabled fingers? If your phone vibrates so much that texting hurts your hands, turn the vibration part off. You can, when you text and it vibrates, there's a button in your phone to take that off. Bingo. So if she shut it down, wouldn't all the contracts no longer be valid for anybody that did sign one with her? They all had expiration dates to begin with. Let's see. Been there. I went back 3 times, Court. 3 times. As bad as it was, I went back 3 times. The vacuum cleaner's taken off and it's stuck on the fan. I don't have a remote to it either. I think I do, but I don't know where it's at. Why does Fancy put Christina on a pedestal? I feel like anyone that has been that loyal that long to Fancy is guilty of the same antics. Here's the story. And this isn't talking ill of Christina because she's not here to defend herself. May she rest in peace. Christina had lost her mother. She was very close to her mother. It was a very hard time. And she was struggling with serious mental health when she and Fancy found each other. And Fancy pulled her out of that. They bonded. They trauma bonded. And Bodie, that's enough. Hold on. Cut. Sorry. The dogs start barking and howling at the vacuum cleaner, so I had to turn it off. I have one of those little remote kitchen vacs. Oh, shut. It's the tractor going down the road. And Christina was very, very loyal. Christina and I would have conversations, and she would agree with me, and she would see my side of things, and then she would turn and tell Fancy otherwise. That's why I nicknamed her Fancy's bitch. That's where that come from. Okay. So Ozzy says the business changed names in between all of it too. So that would probably screw up the contracts if new ones were not signed. That is a very gray area when it comes to business. Some contracts can be transferred into the same business if it's the same type of business. It's a very gray area, and I think it's going to be one of those that a business lawyer has to really kind of figure out, because you will see some things tell you yes, they're valid, some will say no. My paperwork and my contract when I signed on with Mad Ginger Entertainment was an NDA for any information we brought in on the case that was not public knowledge. That was all it was. I have never signed a non-compete. Never signed any of the other shit she said today that I signed. Never signed that. My contract as a content creator was a content creator contract. It did not have exclusivity to it. And I'll post the fucking contract. I don't give a damn. Yeah, she did. They were pissed at me. This is where the rumor got started, and the artist had even had a hard time with this. They actually were suspecting I had become an alcoholic because they didn't understand why I went back. They didn't understand. I missed my friend, guys. I had a friendship with her, and she ain't gonna admit this because she's so angry and hateful towards me because I just didn't want to be part of her shit. We had fun conversations over serial killers. Like, not many people have that kind of brain, and so when you find somebody that's like that, it's engaging. And we bonded. We did. And I just couldn't handle the chaos. She literally made me mentally sick, and that's why my husband can't stand her. Every time I walked away, what people do not understand is that my anxiety was so bad that I was in a really bad mental place. He said the other night, he said, do not let this bitch put you in that place again. Because I didn't sleep. I was so worked up and stressed, and I'm struggling sleeping. So this is going to end. Can I, Betty Boop says, can I ask why she gets so upset with people in the chat? She has never done well with people in the chat. And honestly, right now, I think she is so hell-bent on her vendetta that she just can't handle a conversation. And she thinks she's the only one right. She has to be the loudest one in the room, and she's the only one right. Court says, I have never met a more loving group of people than the people who survived the unhinged cult of fancy. Thank you, Court. Thank you. A lot of people will tell you I'm a horrible bitch and I am all of this. I mean, if you listen to her, you're going to hear all these stories about me. Even when I was talking, I mean, because I went at Ryan, I was pissed. When I went at Ryan about the shit she was saying about me, it was between me and Ryan. It had nothing to do with Fancy. And Ryan opened up to me. And we talked. And I told her what would happen next. And it happened. I know the story. I can tell you what happens when it happens. I told Tracy and Tori what was fixing to happen, where Fancy's brain was on this. She's suing and counter sue and all that bullshit. I knew exactly where she was going. And I was right. She outed herself today. She played her hand today. Thanks, Fancy. Now I know where you're coming from. Checkmate. Checkmate. Let's do it. And by the way, Fancy, the link's pinned up top. Come on, bitch. Okay, Rebrand wants me to refresh on Christina's funeral story. So Fancy and them at that time had one car. And I think Emily had her car for work. And Craig was working. And Fancy asked Tori to take her to Christina's funeral there in Kentucky. Christina's funeral was in New York. And Fancy, she does the different pyramid businesses, whatever they're called. I don't remember whether it was cleaning products or something. I don't remember what it was. She needed to sell all these products so she could raise money to go on the trip. So her and Christina leave out, or her and Tori leave out. They get down the road, and if Tori was here, she could tell the story. I'll share it because I know the story. They get down the road, and Fancy's hungry. They stop to get food, and Fancy asks for money. Because she didn't have any. She didn't have any for food. She didn't have any for gas. So Tori paid for the whole trip, all the gas, the hotel, all the food. Somebody who is diabetic, who now says that she's had ABS all this time, auto brewery syndrome, ate nothing but Burger King and gas station candy. And they get back, and she's agreed to pay the credit card bill, and she didn't pay any of it. She dropped Tori's credit score 250 points because she refused to pay the bill. Still refused to pay the bill. Won't even pay her $10 on the bill. None of it. She did the same thing to Titania when they did CrimeCon in, I believe it was Nashville, wherever they went. They got down the road, and then she tells Titania she didn't have any money, so Titania had to pay all of it. Did she ever meet Christina before her funeral? No. No, they had never met in real time. And I'm probably way behind because I had stopped it. I do need you all to help me make this make sense. This is from Tracy. She said the other night she was in the military. So wouldn't she have monthly check from that insurance through the VA? No. No, she didn't make it out of basic. No, you have to like be a 20-year vet or a disabled veteran to get a check. My husband is a veteran. He's not disabled. He doesn't get a check. I am way behind because y'all were talking about my fur brush. Yeah, they turned everything off or on. Like it was off and they turned it on. And then they watch it while it's like tangling up and everything. Wanna, how could she do a documentary when she talks about the Blanchards and others like they aren't shit? Because she thinks she can. Are you ready for me to bring you up, Tori? Tori's driving. I'm bringing her up. You there?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Oops, she kicked herself out. She's delivering luggage tonight, guys. I'm going through comments. I'm sorry I'm so far behind, guys. I kind of got sidetracked. Rebrain, she was in the military and didn't make it out of basic because she messed her knee up, but she doesn't get benefits from that. So that's the story we had. She's kind of going at Ryan. She talked about Ryan's mental health and different things. It was very sick. Add you again. You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes. I love you too, Christy.
Okay. I'm driving, so I'm not going to look at the thing. Okay, you're on my screen talking, and I don't know how to make you stop. Okay, there you go. That was so weird. So, yeah, I didn't come up because I'm, out driving, but then they wanted to hear the Christina story. I was trying to get on, but I think you told all of it for the most part. She didn't ask me to take her. I did. I volunteered if she would pay half of the bills. I told her I didn't have the money to pay for it, but I knew how close she was to Christina. I knew she was devastated by the passing of Christina. And being the friend that I was, despite her saying that I've never done a damn thing for her that a friend would fucking do, you fucking bitch, I've done a lot of shit for you, and you fucking know it. Anyway.
See, wait a minute, time out. This is the Tori I've created, and I fucking love it.
Anyway, so I, being the fucking pushover friend that I am, which is why I stayed around for so fucking long, was offered to drive her up with my car, missing work, which means missing income. But she had putting the trip on my credit card, but she had to bring money for food. I was going to pay the gas and the hotel, and she needed to pay me back half of it. That's all I was asking, was half of it, because I didn't have the money. But putting it on my credit card gave her a month of selling her, oh gosh, what was it? Modir? Maybe.
Was that cleaning products?
It's cleaning products. It's the online store that everybody talks about in MLMs. Modir or Monet or I don't know, something with an M. Melaleuca. That's what it is. But that gave her a month before I even got my credit card statements to pay the bill, to help pay her half. So we get down the road and we stop. She's like, I'm really hungry. Can we stop? Now remember, this whole time she's been telling everybody she has auto brewery syndrome. Let me use her phrase. Do your homework, bitches. Do your fucking homework. Look up what auto brewery syndrome is. Look up what the symptoms are. Look up how they treat it. Look up how it's not a long-term thing. Look up what you're supposed to avoid. Just look that stuff up yourself. Do your fucking homework for a minute. You want to say that all the time? I'm going to tell y'all, do your fucking homework. You're not supposed to drink sodas. And that's all she would drink the whole ride up there. You're supposed to avoid carbs because apparently the yeast turns the carbs and the sugars in your stomach into alcohol. But she ate carbs the whole way. She wanted gas station candy that she didn't share, by the way. She wouldn't even share with the person who fucking bought it. No. She kept that over in her door, in her little pocket over there. Wouldn't even offer any. Ate junk food.
That you paid for.
That I paid for. She ate, and she got sodas. So we get down the road, right? And she says, hey, I'm hungry. Can we stop up here at this Burger King? Now, what some of y'all might not know about me is I don't know, maybe 9-10 years ago. I don't know. I'd have to stop and look. I almost died from food poisoning from undercooked chicken. So the only meat I eat is beef. Excuse me. I need a drink now. Tea. A drink of tea.
You'll be accused of drinking and driving in a minute.
Oh, I will drink and drive my sweet tea all damn day, buddy. Love me some sweet tea. So, and if anybody says anything in the chat, you'll have to tell me I'm not looking.
Hold on. Christy has a comment. Christy says, damn, Corey, I never heard you talk like that. You must be mad. Christy, I am wearing off on her and I fucking love it.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't. Okay, my 3-year-old, he's still 3. My 3-year-old's favorite thing to say is to walk up to me and go, hey, Mom, shit is a bad word and we shouldn't say shit. So don't say shit, please. I'm like, dude, you just said it 3 times. But I didn't say shit because shit's a bad word. Then he walks away, looks over his shoulder and goes, shit. So
I love me some Roman, guys. Roman's
he's a tyrant. I'm telling you, I love that kid to death, but he's a mess.
He's my favorite 3-year-old ever.
So I don't eat Burger King because I don't know how well they cook their burgers. I can't guarantee they're well done. I won't eat it. I don't like French fries from anywhere but McDonald's, and they have to be absolutely fresh. So I'm not a fast food kind of person at all. So she's like, can we stop at this Burger King? I'm like, sure. I pull into a parking spot. Like, I don't want anything. Go ahead and go in. And she sits there a minute. I'm like, I look over at her and she's like, I don't have any money with me. So I'm going to need some money. I'm sorry. I'm in a red light so I can look at you guys a minute. I'm sorry. You don't have any money with you? Like nothing? Nothing. No, I don't have any money with me. Craig needed all the money to stay there for groceries. Oh, Craig needed it for groceries? I'm pretty sure you eating on this trip is part of your fucking groceries. Pretty sure. You're not wrong, Brandy. So I give her $10. Okay, that's not a lot at Burger King, but there should have been some change. $1.50 maybe, something, right? Nope, not even 10 cents change was given back to me. Nothing. Just the $10 out the window. She came back with one meal, a medium-sized meal, or a small, whatever it is they normally give at Burger King. You know, the small little cup like the McDonald's medium size. That's not a $10 meal. But I got no change back. We go to the gas station. I pay for all the gas. She wants something to drink. I've got to go to different gas stations to find the right soda for her. She wants certain candy bars. We get to New York. We got there late at night. It was a crazy mess of a drive up there. GPS took us literally 4 hours out of the way through snow and a blizzard. I was like, I could see the Canada state line and we were headed to the Bronx. I was that far out of the way. So extra gas, all that, whatever. We get the hotel late at night. Next day is the funeral. We get up. I don't even remember what we had for breakfast. We went to the store at some point and got some food. Now, I'm not drinking right now. I won't drink and drive, but I will drink alcohol. I have no problem with a glass of wine or a wine cooler or a Mike's Hard Lemonade or a Jack Daniel's watermelon punch. That's my favorite. I have no problem with that, right? So we're at Walmart. I got a 6-pack or 4-pack or whatever of some wine coolers because we're going to be there a couple nights at the hotel. And she wanted me to get the little 4-pack, the little mini wine bottles of wine. At that time, Brandy, I didn't like wine. Brandy's the one that taught me I liked wine back in June after I had already blocked Fancy. Okay. I didn't like wine, but I bought her wine. She wanted me to buy her wine. Now, in her defense, she did not drink any. But if she had auto brewery syndrome, which she tried convincing doctor at the hospital, which yes, while we were there, she was on the phone with somebody else. She called somebody else in the middle of the night to tell them she was having one of her episodes and then woke me up to have me call the ambulance. Why? So that she could drag me into her fucking delusion. See, I was so bad, Tori had to call the ambulance. I was pissed off. Get off the phone with your fucking friend and call the damn ambulance yourself.
Christy says, showing her the Southern charm way right, Brandy. Yes, I am.
I digress.
Y'all don't understand how much I love this.
And even there, she tried telling them at the hospital she had auto brewery syndrome. She showed me her hospital records. It was not listed on there. It was not listed on there. There was no trace of alcohol in her system. Now, before the funeral, we went to lunch. We had to stop and get, I don't know, deodorant or something at like a CVS. While we're there, there's some police officers standing on the corner and we're like, hey, we're hungry. What sounds good? And they were like, there's this pasta place, right? This Italian place right across the street. So we go down, we park, we go in. She ordered chicken Parmesan and it comes with noodles. So she had breaded chicken, which is carbs, and a plate of noodles, which is carbs, and bruschetta, which is carbs, for lunch. But remember, guys, she had auto brewery syndrome, and carbs turn into,
sugar and alcohol.
That yeast that gets fermented, right? Yeah, no, that didn't add up. I've not once this whole damn time believed the auto brewery bullshit. Not once. I think I called Brandy when we got back and I was like, let me tell you what this bitch ate for food. Let me tell you what she did. That's not auto brewery syndrome. That's fucking bullshit. But I had to pay for that. I had to pay for the valet parking. I had to pay the tip. I had to pay all of it myself because she didn't bring a damn penny. Nothing.
So she didn't even, let me ask this question. She didn't even say, since you're paying, can we split? Let's pick something we can split.
Oh, no. That damn lunch, $75 fucking dollars. Uh-huh. Yeah, pick your chin up there, Brandy. Yup, $75 fucking dollars for one fucking lunch. Lunch.
I've never asked you how much that lunch was.
And she was drinking soda. She was drinking soda at lunch. But she's diabetic, y'all, remember?
The other day in her morning life, she had 2 sodas in the amount of 2 hours. I was like, girl, you're supposed to be diabetic. What the hell?
Uh-huh.
I mean, drink your Coke. So, I don't care. Look, I got one right now, but.
So I'm going to say something that might be real gross, okay? Real gross. If you don't want to hear it, mute me.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Disgusting. She didn't even bring money with her for pads or a tampon, and she was on her damn period. Bring that shit. I'm not your fucking ATM, but that's what I was fucking used as. Sorry. I was a little mad.
Do y'all think Tori's had enough?
And then, because I was dumb enough to value her fucking friendship, which I'm well aware now was not a friendship, but a usership on her part. I get that now. I was dumb enough to value her fucking friendship enough that I went back 3 times. I walked away twice. And the reason I came back the last time was because my husband had a massive heart attack. We didn't know if he was going to survive. He was 2 hours away. I wasn't allowed to go to the hospital. She was still saved in my favorites list, and I tried to call someone on my list to tell them what was going on that morning, and I accidentally called her. And she said, "What's wrong?" And I let it out because I was devastated. I was worried about my husband. And I let it out, and she drew me back in. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And that brought me back in. Back into the friendship. Not into the company, but into the friendship. I had walked away at that point. I was done. But I accidentally fucking called her and she answered the damn phone. But I valued her enough to go back because I was drinking the Kool-Aid too, Court. Don't worry, you're not alone. You're not alone. That Kool-Aid is toxic. It's laced with something. It's gotta be.
We've all gone back. And it's just the weirdest thing. Come back Tuesday, guys. We're going to talk cult mentality. And when this
it'll
was
be a good
broken
one.
out for me,
I said that's going to be a good one.
When the court because I talked to Court about this a little bit. When the cult mentality part was broke down for me, I literally sat there going, "What the fuck?" I left the cult.
I was like, stop. Like my jaw
Tori,
dropped.
Life in the Red Kim says that's so messed up. I really hope that your husband is doing better.
Thank you. He is, like, he's cleared. He's good. It's been 2 years this month. So he is good. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's healthy. Doctors cleared him. No more worries. So, but I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Wanna. Oh my God, I would have drank all of that wine to get through that, right? Like for real.
Yeah.
No, she with this whole gala thing, she left a $15,000 bill at Campbell House.
And she was telling everybody that I was the one that had promised to take over and set up and do everything for that event. Let me tell you guys, I did not. I offered her locations that were free because it was a nonprofit. I offered lots of things to help her, and every one of my suggestions were shot down. Every one of them. So no, her little posts about, hey, everybody, I'm sorry, I'm frazzled, I'm whatever. I got a screenshot of it. I happen to see it today, but she blamed it all on me, on her network, not her network, the nonprofit, not working out. She blamed all that on me because I left and dropped the ball. No. I didn't drop shit.
Wait. The witchy bitch says, I drank a lot of Jose when Brandy was with April.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to drop down for a few minutes because I'm walking into the airport. They don't need to hear all this, but I'll be back.
Okay. So there y'all go. This goes way back. And, you know, if I have to she didn't fire us. She fired me one. I'll give her the one. I'll give her that one. I'll give her the second one. But I resigned the first time, and the third time, I wrote a letter and just said I couldn't do it and sent it to the partners because I was actually a partner. I actually paid money. So did Stella. So did Ty. Paid money. Colleen paid a shit ton of money. Colleen had been paying for an art designer that never fucking got her money. Speaking of, hold on. Let's show this. Well, my computer is not letting me share the screen, so I did upload it. So we're going to do it this way. It's a little hard for y'all to see. I'm going to fix it and add it so y'all can see it though. But I am talking to the graphic designer that worked for Fancy, that quit working for Fancy, that gave me the logo. This here, she gave me the other day. This was just this week. She said, that's right. The drawing she hated first was a woman winking with the film through her hair. Ugh, I had forgotten. She claimed racism. What a clown this bitch is. I'm looking for all of it now. Then she sent me all the drawings that she had. You can see all those pictures right there. She said, I did draw a woman with the film in her hair, but she hated it and did not want to use it. It was never hers. Nothing was ever signed. And that was when I got my logo. So again, bitch, tell me how I stole your logo. Oh, hey, Court.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
I just wanted to come up with you.
Well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing much better. I'm doing okay. I didn't know what all you were discussing or if you wanted me to share.
If you want to share something, go for it.
So I met her about 2 months ago, and what had happened was I started questioning things about the case, and I just saw her come up on my TikTok. I didn't know who she was, what she was about, and I watched her for a while, and I was like, "Hey, can I be a moderator?" And so she made me a moderator, and then she ended up putting me in a group chat with another person who doesn't wish to be named, but they've also
Yeah, I
got
don't
out.
know.
And so
I
it
will
was
tell
me.
you, we've had several girl that have come to us, and I've actually told them I don't want them coming up because I don't want her attacking them.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Um, I totally understand. So, um, I, me and this other mod that she had, we were like the first two original mods she had when she got on TikTok. And, we were very, very like about hearing what she had to say. She was claiming, like, I've been a true crime person since I was like 6 years old. Like, I was in the John Benet Ramsey case as soon as I was old enough to comprehend stuff like that. That's probably a little too young, but it is what
You're
it
a
is.
lot younger than me, I'm thinking.
I will be 29 this year.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're my kid's age.
Well,
I'm 51, so there's that.
well, you don't look a day over 35, so
Well,
there's that.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So she, me and the mod, we started private messaging ourselves, and then she was like, "Hey, I'm putting together a team. Like, do you guys want to be a part of it? You'll have to sign an NDA." First of all, I never signed a fucking NDA, and I'll never sign
Yeah,
a fucking NDA.
smart.
But so she put me, this other mod, and Ryan and Colleen in a chat for a while, and she would just, have us block people. Like, she would tell people to be blocked for anything, but I would only block people if they were like absolutely vile and disrespectful, or spam accounts or something like that, because I didn't really take it that seriously at first. I was just like, oh, I'll just get, hateful people out of here. So she would video call us. We would all have video calls and things of that nature. And um, you know, she just started being very demanding of things. She, like, I work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and I have a 5-year-old. So I'm a mom, I'm a full-time worker. Like, I've got shit to do, you know?
Right.
But I put a lot into this woman. And the only reason I'm speaking out, because I told her I would never do that. I told her I was like, I'll never go, talk to your, whoever, the Blanchards, your ex-partners, whatever. I don't know those people. But what made me question and reach out was because she would talk about you guys all the time, and she would want us to publicly go off about Christy, about you, about Tori, about other Natasha. And I was like, I don't know any of those people. And even when it pertained to Gypsy, I didn't agree with any of her theories, any of her wild conspiracy theories that she was throwing out. And I told her that, and I publicly stated that. I was like, I don't agree with a lot of what Fancy says. I'm just here for like the case. Like, I want to know what's up. Like, I want to know about the medical records. I want to know about the court documents. Like, I want to stick to the facts. Like, and I kept always trying to pull her back on track and be like, let's talk about.
Sorry.
You're good. I'd be like, let's talk about the case. Let's talk about it. And she would flip the hell out. She would cuss us out all the time. And I would just, like, usually me in my everyday life, like, I would not put up with something like that. And I don't know what she had over me. I don't know what the hell was in the fucking Kool-Aid. And even my fiance was like, why the fuck are you letting this woman talk to you that way? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel so bad. And then at one point, she brought up a person's name, and she claimed them as a source. That wasn't true. And then Reddit got a hold of it and ran to Reddit, and then a whole bunch of shit got stirred up for someone in Gypsy's family, to my understanding. And that person got very upset with Fancy and was like, why are you bringing my name up in shit when I haven't even done anything, and now it's causing problems in my family. And I don't know this person either. She had just been in the chat with us at this point, and we had just talked to her through the chat and being moderators.
Mhm.
And um like Fancy like blew her off and was like, no big deal, no one cares, like you'll get over it, it'll be fine. Well, then that woman reaches out to me and the other mod, and she's like, I can't believe that she just aired me out like that and then lied about me giving her information I did not even give her. And I was like, yeah, that's real strange. So around that same time, I saw people posting about, or she had made mention that her ex-partners were doing a YouTube thing. And lo and behold, I get on YouTube one day and the first shit that pops up is you and Tori on that 3.5 hour stream you guys did. So I sat for a minute and I was like, something just doesn't feel right here. I want to listen. So I took a 2-day span of time in my errands and doing everything I was doing, and I just listened wholeheartedly to everything that you and Tori said. I never told her I listened to it. I never told her I watched it. I never brought y'all up ever. But she would always be like, yeah, we're dragging them, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't know these people. I can listen to you vent. I care for you, but I don't know these people. And I'm not bullying or harassing anyone. So then another party gets involved and starts threatening legal action on me and this mod, claiming it's coming from the Blanchards. And I was like, what? I don't even know these people. Like, I don't even know who these people are. And so I backed away very fast and was like, look, I'll still mod for you, but I'm not going live anymore. I'm not like, like I can't, like I have a family like to worry about. I can't get caught
So
up in your drama.
there was something, and I hope Ryan doesn't get mad at me for mentioning this, but Ryan had mentioned something about she didn't know, she had heard that the Blanchards were coming after her for speaking too. And I said, Blanchards ain't got no beef with you. Their beef was Christy. She needs to quit telling people that the Blanchards are coming after everybody, because they're not.
And I
They're
didn't think
not.
so. Yeah, and I didn't think so. And no, Ryan wouldn't be upset because she said that she would have been here, but she's at work right now.
Yeah, I knew
So
earlier she had said she was working. I've been trying to show her support because look, I know what that's like trying to break away, and you do feel attached. She does this mimic thing. She mimics your trauma as her own and makes you
100%.
feel like she has the same story, and you bond with her. And getting away from that, and she is insistent and won't stop. So it's overwhelming.
So
And
overwhelming.
and so that's why I was like, and you would come and I'm like, y'all aren't the only ones. We're hearing for people. Guys, my inbox is open for people because everybody needs to understand they have a place and there are other people that understand. I
And
wasn't dragging her. And that live we did, I didn't once drag her.
you didn't.
I
Someone
still
brought up,
defended her on shit. I still
right,
defended her on a lot of
yes,
things.
you did. And one thing I will note is, and then the person that was involved, the person from Gypsy's family, even told me in the mod that the Blanchards would not do that to us.
Mm-mm.
She was like, I know these people. I've known these people for years. They are not coming after you guys. Their beef is with Fancy. You guys need to disconnect. So me and the mod, I got together with her. I called her one night. Me and her are very close. And I was like, look, something's not right. I'm starting to question the Kool-Aid. I was like, look, I've listened to Brandy and Tori talk, and she didn't really get much into it. She has a lot of own stuff going on. And so I just kind of gave her like a synopsis of the whole broadcast. And she took me at my word and was like, yeah, and I'm starting to also question a lot of things too, but I didn't want to seem sketchy because she always flipped it on us and was like, everyone leaves me. You guys are going to leave me. You guys are going to go be with everybody else. They're going to take me from you. And I was like, no one's taking anyone from anybody. No, that's not happening. So, time goes on and me and this mod are in agreement. So this is the start of it 3 weeks ago. We were in agreement that we were going to slowly become more busy, more tied up in our family lives, and just slowly make our exit to avoid reprimand. So obviously that didn't work out. If anyone here is on the Clock app, they will know that didn't work out, and I'm being blasted all over her page now. So what happened was she went on live and her and Ryan had a falling out the night before. I think this was 3 days ago or
Yeah, I think it
so.
was like Thursday.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Thursday?
And
Because then Friday Ryan was done.
yes, because my kid was sick. Like I had to take her to the doctor and call out of work, and she was blowing my phone up. And I was like, Fancy, I love you, friend, but chill. Like, my kid is sick. So she calls me that night. She calls me and she talks to me and she's like, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm not doing good. And she was like, oh, what's wrong? And then I start to tell her what's wrong, immediately cuts me the fuck off and starts rambling on about Ryan and then the person who she claimed to be her source and all of this bullshit. And then I was like, Fancy, I don't have anything to do with you and Ryan not getting along or you and this other person not getting along. I am my own person. I can listen to you vent, but I'm not speaking for these people. And thank you, Christy. I really appreciate you saying that. Like, because it honestly, like, the way that she would spin, like, the way that she would, I have my own opinions of the case, and I just don't want to go into that and discuss that because that's not what I came here to do.
We'll do that. I don't want to do this the case with the
Oh, of
drama.
course.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Not
yeah,
at all.
absolutely. I'm on game. We could do that one night. Have everybody come up and talk their theories.
Oh, for sure. And so, but the way that she would make Gypsy, she was like, Gypsy and Christy, they're going to come for us. They're going to come for all of us. So I
Uh-oh, we lost you. Did you
still,
hit mute?
can you
There
still
it
hear
is.
me?
There you are.
Ainsley tried to call me.
I can hear you. You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You there? Uh-oh. Julie B. I'm gonna do this real quick while she's coming back. Unbiased again, but F seems to be harming a lot of you, causing stress, anger, and distress. I know your channel will succeed, but you need to take the spotlight off of her. She obviously gets off on it. You're absolutely right. You are right. I didn't want to do another one. This I am addressing everything I feel like needs to be addressed, and from here on out, this is it. I'm going back to my content. As a matter of fact, in my community post, I have one for serial killers I want to do next. So y'all go vote. Let's figure out who wants to do what serial killer. Let's start out.
Sorry, my
That's okay.
audio
That's
went out. Are you okay for me to keep talking? Because I
Yeah,
can.
you're
Okay,
fine.
I just
You're
don't want
fine.
to feel like I'm overstepping your channel, girl.
No, you're fine. There was something up here Tracy had said. I'm not going to go find it. I'll just say it real quick. She has reached out to our content creators, guys, that are currently on our network, the network that's actually up and has content on it. She has reached out to them and tried to talk bad about us.
That is insane. But I don't put it past her.
And then wants to go that we're taking her content creators and her contacts and her this. We don't have anybody that she had at all. And shows you the kind of business person she is.
Oh, of course. So, I forget exactly where I was at, but to preface, I was like, Fancy, you got your own stuff. Well, then she proceeded to tell me I was weak and I had no fucking backbone. And I'm a very sweet person, but once you let the bitch out, the bitch is out. So immediately I was like, what the fuck do you mean I don't have a backbone? And she was like, you just don't defend me publicly. And I said, I don't fucking agree with your actions publicly. I tell you that to you because I thought we had a relationship together where I could just tell you that. And she was like, well, I need people who will defend me. And I was like, I can defend you if I feel like you need defending. Like I defended you when things were going down with a specific content creator that I didn't agree with. And that's as far as I'll go because that was just something I didn't agree with. So moving on the next night, we're in live, I'm moderating, and she tells her followers to go get Ryan and tell her she wants her to end her live and come to hers. And they went and did what she asked. And then when they came back, she started cussing them the fuck out.
Wasn't that the night that Craig screamed at her to stop singing?
Yes, that was that night. And she was like, don't bother her. You guys are fucking starting shit, like going off on them. And I was like, girl, like I was messaging her in the group chat and I was like, hey, Ryan said if you needed a friend, she's there because people were saying that, and I heard Ryan, I flipped my screen for a minute and she said, if Fancy needs a friend, I'm here, but I'm not ending my live because she was showing some really cool content she created and everyone was vibing and enjoying that. So Fancy went. And then Ryan didn't let her up right away. So she started blowing my phone up and was like trying to call me and text me. And I was like, just be patient. I'm not sure how TikTok works when you go live like that. I'm not sure she's alerted you're in the box, but just wait for her. So she finally gets up there. Well, I end up falling asleep and waking up Friday morning to Fancy blowing my shit up and going off saying this shit is ridiculous. Well, I had become a fan of the snark page. And
It
I was
really is
like,
a fun page.
I was like, it really is. They're really awesome in there. And I went in there and I was like, anything I missed last night, I'm sure will be in there. So lo and behold, I find videos of where Fancy told people to go do that, and then videos of her lying to Ryan and blaming it on her followers and her mods. And then she even says, because I changed my whole identity on TikTok to Karma Goddess. And she was like, ask Karma, ask Karma. And then she sent Ryan text that said, ask Court, ask Court. And she was like, tell Ryan what you saw. And I was like, oh, I will. Yeah, let me go ahead and tell Ryan what I saw. So at this point, we weren't letting Ryan know like what me and this other mod, our intentions were of leaving. And I called Ryan, and Ryan was like, I know we don't talk much outside of the chat, but I'm here for you. And my name is getting thrown around. She was like, yeah, she's bringing your name up a lot. So you're the one in this inner circle. I want to know what you saw. And I was like, I'll tell you exactly what I saw. And I told her, and I was like, and I've been fed up with her bullshit for weeks. My fiance has begged me, looked me in my face, begging me with all sincerity to please walk away from this woman, because it is draining the life out of me. It is making me a miserable person. Because when I would be at work, she would text the group chat and be like, someone immediately send me this picture or this document or this, that, or that. And if we didn't do it, she'd blow the fuck up and be like, whatever, you guys don't have my back. And I'm like, bitch, we are working. Look, we have lives outside of you. And so she ended up trying to call me Friday evening. And then I had a work event after work, and she was like, hey, I need to call you. You need to call me. And I didn't get home till like 12 o'clock. And I was a little tipsy because we had like an after work party. And she was like, I don't know what's going on. So Ryan went live and decided she was cutting all ties. And then I guess Saturday morning it was. Yesterday morning. That was fun. Because I finally got to blow my shit up. I sent her a 6-minute audio message. And at the end of the audio message, I told her I wasn't talking to her on the phone because I'll be damned if I'm interrupted one more time. And I wanted to say my piece. And I blocked her. And then I went into the live, and it was me and Ryan's mods that were in the chat. And we were trying to figure out how to demod ourselves to get ourselves away from her live. And she was currently live. So I go in there and I try to figure out how to do it. But something comes over me because I'm a petty bitch. I will admit that. And I'm like, you know what? This is allegedly speaking for entertainment purposes only. I may or may not have unblocked over 100 accounts that were blocked.
Are you one of them that did that?
Yes.
Oh,
And I may or may not. She had all these blocked keywords, and some of them were allegedly mania, drunk, unhinged, tweak, high, and somehow they all disappeared and anyone could comment what they wanted to. It's crazy. But then I figured out how to demod myself, and then the mod Tammy, who's like infamous now, love her to death, was like, I'm just gonna keep saying shitty stuff until someone blocks me. And I was like, Tammy, other mods can't block you. You're just saying shitty stuff. And she was like, oh well, I'm gonna pin it. So she starts pinning it up there.
Was when the shitty comments were being pinned. That was priceless. I was like,
she won. She was the MVP of the day. And finally there's a video on Reddit of Fancy finding out who it was and was like, who is doing this shit? And everybody was like, it's Tammy. And she was like, get Tammy out of here. And so she finally blocked her and kicked her. And then
oh wow,
the rest is history. But
so it seems like my whole screen is frozen. What the hell?
Oh no, I see you.
Yeah, well, I can't, like, I'm trying to click on the chat and nothing's clicking. I can't move the. That is weird. So, they'd asked me if Fancy's mod Kim had left, and I said, Life in the Red Kim is my friend. They said, no, Fancy has a mod named Kim. I was curious if that's the other mod that left with Court. Okay.
That's
that
not the mod that left with me. I don't know who that is. The mod that left with me is a her username is Viagra.
Oh my god.
She's the
Y'all
best.
are y'all are priceless. I'm loving it.
Yeah. And, I'll probably be blasted again for coming up here, but I felt silent this whole 2 months that I've just shut my fucking mouth and let her speak over me. And that's just not who I am. And whenever I went to Reddit, I was like, hey, can you guys unblock me from the page, please? Because I really want to comment and be in here. And then when they, like, the person who runs the Snark page screenshot my message to them, posted it, and was like, she saw the light. And there was like a slew of just, overwhelming, happy, wonderful, open arm comments. And Ryan had mentioned to me that you guys reached out to her. And I was like, I feel somewhat, not as much as Ryan. But once her and Ryan started having quarrels, she was like digging her teeth into me. And Vi was like, no. We're backing off of this real quick. And I was like, I wonder if they'll be open to me. So I really appreciated, going
Oh,
through a similar
absolutely.
experience, you being there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We are not the evil people she's telling people we are. I just didn't want to, y'all, I just didn't want to be on her network. I wasn't
Right.
going back to be a part of her team. Her insinuating that we had something to do with Christina's passing floored me.
Oh, I didn't hear
Floored me.
that. Did she
There
say
was
that?
somebody, she was saying something. She said that her friend died and then we stole her network, or we stole the network and then the friend died. She was back and forth on how she worded that. And there was somebody in the chat that was going on about us, something about us. Tracy, I don't know if you remember it. If we had something to do with it or something like that. And she didn't just, most people say, of course they didn't. And then she wants to say Christina died from COVID. Christina had been put on medications that she wasn't supposed to be on because she was sick. And it caused something, an aneurysm or something, and she fell, hit her head, and she passed away. That is
Bless her
what
heart.
happened to Christina. It was horrible and it was sad, and she is going to go at me for talking about it. Fuck you, I don't care. Don't lie about how somebody died.
Right.
She didn't even
That is
believe
very
that COVID
sad.
was a real thing, guys. She thought that was something the government has scammed us for. That's been her thing forever. Her Twitter, I was going to bring it all up, but her Twitter's been scrubbed. She's gotten rid of all that off Twitter.
Jesus Christ.
And because now, she has COVID, long-term COVID, and COVID hands and spirit fingers and all of that. So
The COVID hands took me out.
she
Took me
sat home
out.
to die. I laughed so hard. Between that and the emotional sport chickens, we've had some fun conversations.
Those chickens have been roasted in a private chat between me and Vi for weeks.
I got some good shots the other day of her like eating the chicken, and I'm like, poor chicken. Can we rescue the emotional support chicken? Needs its own emotional support chicken. At
Oh
this
my God.
But it's like, stop. Just fucking stop. Everybody would leave her alone. Just go do content. Go talk about content.
I told her she needed professional help and she cussed me the fuck out. And I was like, I say that because I care, man.
Right.
I say that because I care. I was like, let's talk about another case.
Okay.
Let's talk about something else.
I can't even pin the comments. My whole screen is frozen and I don't understand what happened. And I have probably hit something on this MacBook because I'm still learning how to use the damn thing. But
bless your heart.
Ozzy says, okay, I am an RN and someone needs to explain COVID hands. So evidently it's a condition that happens from some form of COVID that causes arthritis. Like I looked it up. It's like some kind of arthritis thing in your hand that causes inflammation and pain that lasts for a few months and goes away. It's not long term. It's a short-term illness.
Right.
Not long-term. She's claiming long-term with it. Tracy says she alluded that you all knew she was going to die to wiggle your way in and take her network.
She did allude that.
I went to her when I found it, when Tori called me to tell me Christina died, because I knew that that was going to devastate her. And as always, I had a heart knowing she was hurting. And I reached out and said, hey, I'm very sorry to hear about Christina. And she asked me to come to the network. I didn't give a damn. Oh, this sounds fun. Sure. Why not? That's how that happened.
Right.
Um, uh, Here's the thing. In 2022, I was suffering after my knee surgery, my second knee surgery, and couldn't walk. And I was having such excruciating pain in my lower back. And I spent 8 months not being able to walk without a walker and stand for more than 2 minutes. I couldn't even get to the bathroom without peeing my pants. I hurt so bad. And when we finally figured out what was going on, I got some kind of relief. It took me 18 months to get my mobility back. Then I had to turn around and have another damn knee surgery. So I was terrified. But when I went into 2022 or 2023, when Christina had passed away, I was in a totally different mind frame. And you better not claw on my new couch, boy. Cat's getting in his life. 2023 looked different to me. I was no longer holding grudges. Life was too short. I had almost taken my own life in 2022 because I was in so much pain. And it wasn't because I was wanting to end my life. I just wanted the pain to stop.
Right.
So I had a totally different outlook, and I truly felt for her. So for her to switch that, and her and I had the conversation, so she knows where I was at. She knows. And she even told Tori and other people that I had so many health issues that she knew that it wasn't me. And fuck you, Fancy. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on with the cactus sideways with no lube. Okay?
Bless it.
Ryan's channel is, I know we're on Ryan.
It's used Socratic method, and her other one is ryan.lee.tm.
So there they are. I kind of found her because, I mean, if you do the good, it pops up because she tags, and that's how I found her. Yeah, I just 2022 was its own psycho year on YouTube and my life, and so going into 2023, I just really felt bad for her losing Christina. I knew about the network. I didn't care about putting content because I wasn't paying. I wasn't paying shit. Mine's like, you ain't giving that bitch no money. Nope. If she wants me on there, it's free. And it was. She didn't charge me. I was one of the ones that didn't have to pay. And so let's see. Trying to see if I've missed anything, and I can't scroll up because my computer's being stupid and I don't know how to fix it. And I've done something. I know I've hit something, and I just don't know what button I've hit. Does anybody know how to use a MacBook? I'm still learning this stupid thing.
I can't even see the chat.
Like, I can't click my next tab to bring over to the channel. I can't make my screen bigger or smaller. I can't scroll the chat on the right. I can't do shit. Like, I don't know what happened. We'll see if I can even end it when it's time to end.
She's coming for you, Brandy.
Huh?
I said she's coming for you, Brandy.
Is she? Good for her.
No,
She's
I meant she's making your stuff malfunction.
Oh, yeah, she's wormed her way in my system. Jill says there are studies still being done on long COVID. People are having cardiac issues as well as inflammatory issues. My BFF died of COVID in March of 21, and then I got it at the end of 22 and nearly died. And you know what? The inflammatory issues could be why my doctor diagnosed me with ankylosing spondylitis, the inflammation in the SI joints, which is why I wasn't walking. It's possible because I had COVID twice. It's possible. I haven't looked into it as long-term COVID because I'm just not one of those people. I'm just going to deal with the health issues and move on.
Right.
I started this year taking my life back. I'm down 50 pounds and
you go, girl.
Going even more, and I'm fighting myself to get my life back, you know. Let's see. Jill says I was on a ventilator in a coma and was in the hospital for 6 weeks. It's taken 2 years to. Oh my God, Jill. Glad you're doing better though.
Of course.
Let's see. Is it going to let me? It's not letting me. It won't even let me add anybody. What did I do to my computer? I'm trying to add you, Tori.
Well, I'm going to drop down and let Tori come up, but thank you so
Okay.
much for letting me
Well,
speak.
thanks for coming, girl.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a good night.
You too. It won't let me add you. Like nothing is happening on my computer. What the hell? I don't know what to do. I am sure there is something with my computer because and it's not a touch screen, so I don't know why I'm trying to touch the screen. It ain't even letting me end it. Like I don't. Let's see. Can I go into? Let's do this number. Hold on, Tori. I'm coming. You there? Ooh.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me? Brandy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And now you're echoey, which could just be me. Because why not?
Okay. Ah! Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, and the echo's gone.
Okay, I muted my phone all the way. I can't move my app. My MacBook is completely frozen.
Nice.
Like I can't do anything on the screen. Nothing.
Command Alt Delete or something like that. I've had to use it on mine once or twice.
Well, where the hell is Alt?
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's Control Command Delete, something like that.
Nope, that didn't work. Control Command Delete. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm obviously back in the car driving, which is why I hopped in because I can't comment, I can't say anything because I'm driving in the chat. So I've got to actually say it. But right before I hopped on, which is why I hopped on, one of the things that infuriates me is throughout the whole COVID thing, she would go into stores and she would, she'd walk in, they'd be like, we need you to put on a mask. And she'd say, no, I have medical issues that you're not allowed to ask about. And so I can't wear a mask because she didn't want to wear a mask, but she understood that they didn't legally have the right to ask her what her medical condition was that prevented her from wearing a mask. So all through COVID, she's sitting there going in and out of stores, grocery stores. She's out there doing, what is that grocery app? Instacart, maybe? Grocery shopping for people during COVID, not wearing a mask, not caring, nobody in her house wearing masks. My husband was out working. He's a truck driver. So, and he delivers food to restaurants, hospitals, things like that. So he's out there exposed every day. And that's actually why he had his heart attack, because he got the vaccine, he got the booster, he got, the 2-part COVID vaccine, the first round in like August or something, had COVID in January and had his massive heart attack in February. And even the cardiologist at the hospital said that he'd been seeing a lot of those that have had the vaccine and COVID. One of them causes blood clots. One of them causes you to throw blood clots. Because he'd had both, it caused him to throw a blood clot, and he had been absolutely 100% healthy before then. So hearing her and watching her talk all the time about how fake COVID was, it was just a way for the government to control us and all of that. And then to turn around now, because there's so much COVID aid out there and so many side effects, and now she's claiming COVID on everything, makes me so angry, because my family has absolutely been affected by COVID. Like,
Yep.
and it just makes me so angry to see her COVID toes and now COVID fingers and long-term COVID this and COVID that. Bull fucking shit. You didn't even believe in the fucking virus. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Same, Sister Knives. I was told by my doctor, because of my medical issues, not to get the vaccine. And then after my husband had his issues, we won't let our kids get the vaccine, because I'm not dealing with the same issues with them. It's
I had 2
ridiculous.
rounds and ended up with COVID.
Well, so I've never had the vaccine. I have medical issues anyway. And my husband has had COVID twice. He's had the vaccine. I have not had the vaccine. We share a bed. We share a room. Not once have I had COVID.
My husband either, and he's been exposed not only for me, but people at work, and he hasn't had it. He is just a strong immune system, and I just get everything, evidently. And I wear a mask, or did, I don't now, but I mean, I did all of the rules and still ended up with COVID.
And that's my thing, is she very blatantly avoided the rules. 100% avoided the rules. And then wants to turn around and yell and cry about the effects of COVID.
Well, and evidently she is over there going on. There's been a few comments that she's saying we stalk her and we're obsessed or whatever. How many times does she mention us, guys? Okay,
stalking. I have a TikTok that I literally just created.
2 of her mods.
Because
2 of her mods. 2 of her mods went for you and me.
2 of her mods showed up yesterday or the day before and viewed my profile. I literally, go check out my TikTok if you want. I've got a video on there about homeschooling my kid, because we got to play Chutes and Ladders. There's a video on there, a picture, something about puzzles. My kid, the fun little 3-year-old, dumbed out 8 puzzles in a pile of 50 puzzle pieces each puzzle, and then just walked away and said, I'm done. That's what my TikTok is. Not this bullshit, because I don't like the drama. That's why those of you that were around for the Natasha bullshit have no fucking clue who I am, because I stay the fuck out of the damn drama. But so how did they get my information? How did they know where to come and find me on?
You're not even commenting on anything.
No. So where did they?
You went into Ryan's the other night.
Right. And that's when I got it. That's when, and she claimed she was blocked from Ryan. So she's claiming that she can't get, that she didn't get to see it and all of that. But funny how after I commented, after Ryan said that you and I went and reached out and how kind we were to Ryan in that one live, that she turned around and had 2 of her mods show up on my TikTok checking my profile.
And mine, but mine's out there. I'm all over the place with mine.
I'm not. So she had to do some digging to find me, because I just created the damn account. So I'm sorry, who's stalking who?
Crime Horrors says your contacts. That's how they found you. She's not in my contacts, Crime Horrors, though. I mean, I have seen you over there supporting Fancy, but that's fine. You're welcome here. But why were her mods come and look at our profiles after she's been talking about us every day? Every fucking day she talks about us. We've done 3 lives now about her.
And all of those have just been to talk about the things that she's lying about and point out how it's not true. We're not lying on her, and we've shown the proof on everything. We have shown the proof where she says, well, the main one that pisses me off the most is her saying that we stole her network. That's funny because both networks, hers and ours, were running simultaneously. So tell me how our network, if it was hers, if it was stolen from her, please tell me how it was running simultaneously with hers. Please tell me how that is even physically possible.
Anybody in this chat could go and buy a network like we did. It just takes money.
All you have to do is Google, how do I start my own TV network? I think it's the platform that we chose is right there on the main page.
It was 1 and
Y'all
2.
want more proof? I can show you the emails where we set up an appointment to talk with them and find out about the platform that we chose. I can show you the onboarding emails. If I stole her network, if she already had a network and it was up and running and I stole it, why would I need an onboarding email to be onboarded onto this platform? I can show you the receipts where I sent them the money to start the network. If I stole her network that was already up and running, why would I have to send them money to start the network? Please answer those questions for me.
I did a hypothetical earlier. I don't know if you were able to hear it. Hypothetically, guys, we have a few new ones in the chat that weren't here earlier. Hypothetical. If we go to court on this and the court believes her stories, which are in her head and her beliefs, she has no physical proof of any of this. If she's able to convince a judge, hypothetically, and he awards her our network, do you know it still takes monthly money to pay that network to keep it up?
I am paying a minimum of $1,200 a month to maintain this network. That's a fucking house payment, y'all. That's a fucking house payment. Tell me how I stole her damn network. Sorry, that gets me hot. I didn't steal shit.
Wanna, it's a MacBook. I don't see an Alt key. But nothing's working. So I don't know how to fix it.
The command button is the Alt button.
Okay. Control Alt Delete. So it would be Control Command Delete.
I think.
It's still not working. What if I do? Okay, hopefully we don't disappear. Yeah, that's not working. I don't know what happened, but it is frozen. The whole thing is I can't do nothing on my screen.
And I can't even look. I'm out here trying to find it now.
Morris, and I didn't mean to like act like I was throwing you under the bus a while ago. It's just I have seen you over there, and I do worry when I see people go back and forth. We've all seen it because I'm tired of being attacked and I'm tired of being lied on. And then anytime I try to defend myself, she comes at that we're stalking her and harassing her and obsessed with her. And look, we spent 7 months not responding. 7 months.
7 months. Where when we started the network, she legitimately went on to our Facebook page and made a post. I've got the screenshots. I can send it to you. No problem. Saying where we stole it and it was a business that she started and I fraudulently stole it and that I stole her intellectual property and I was passing off the paperwork as my own, but it was actually hers. And actually, I think I said this before, but let me go ahead and put that out there. I'm the one that was responding to that reply or to that review. I responded, yet her response back was, why don't you let Tori fight her own battles? Guess what? I fight my own battles now, bitch. Thank you. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Brandy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tracy. Both of you have rubbed off on me, and it's not pretty. It's beautiful, but it's not pretty.
I actually love it. Sister Knives, I have a MacBook and my Google Chrome is the only thing I can open up StreamYard on, and it is completely frozen. Like I can't scroll the chat on the right side. I can't minimize my screen. I can't maximize the screen. I can't mute. I can't add anybody. I can't do anything. The whole screen is frozen, and I don't know how to fix it. Other than I opened my phone up and added myself, so it's kind of echoing. So I'm sitting on my phone so that. Oh, there went Tracy. I mean, Tori. Tracy says it is so bad I have not been able to post my store opening online because of her leaving the bad reviews. And we don't go mess with her shit. We don't post reviews. We don't comment. We leave it alone. She is obsessed with us. And my shitty Tumblr business and Tori's shitty soap business. I don't know. My Tumblr business has a storefront. What did you do, Fancy, when you did a vendor event? How did that go when you bought the shitty stuff from the dollar store and tried to sell it for $80 with your glue strings hanging and the stuff seen through your ribbon? And how did that go for you? How much do you make at vendor events? I clear about 1,000. That's a shitty Tumblr business, I'm saying. Okay, let's see, Sister Knives. Probably restart your computer, stay on the phone, which it restarts. Will that work? Okay, let me add you back. I'm coming. Okay, so I'm going to restart my computer, and that's going to leave us on with my phone. And
Try. I just tried to Google it. That's what kicked me off real quick because I forgot I was on Chrome because I'm on my phone, and it opened a whole new Chrome window, and it was like, "Oh, bye, Tori." So, but try. I Googled. It says Command, Control, and the power button should force power it off, and then you should be able to power it back on.
Can't I push the little power button? Let's see. I have my phone on, so if I disappear, I'm still on with the phone. So hold on. That didn't work. So how do I turn it off?
Hold down the Command button and the power button.
Okay, I'm just on my phone now while this does whatever it's doing. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I just had you muted a minute.
Okay.
It's probably going to kick me off here in a second. Again.
And Julie B says, I honestly don't think you need to explain yourselves. The only proof she provides are someone else's medical records. She can't trade on them forever. The rest is just maniacal ranting. And you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Hot Mess Mama says it's pretty clear that she is not going to stop until she is legally made to stop. And you're right there too. Alrighty, guys, I am going to hop off, and I probably should have paused and let somebody else come up and run this while I go take dogs out because they are in there going nuts in their kennels. And if I let them out while I'm live, it will hurt your eardrums because they're loud. They're bad babies. But thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. I am hoping, I'm not going to say I'm not doing another one again because we all know that ends up not being the case when you do that. My goal is for this to be the last one. I have cleared my name. I have shown the proof. I am going to put that other proof up about the artistic designer, the graphic designer, and what she said. Jared, I don't know. She might be on Patreon. I ain't wasting my money. I don't advise anybody else to either. She's selling illegal medical files if she is. Tuesday, we are going to talk cult behavior. We have some really good stuff for that. I do have a poll up. Y'all go check that poll out. Let's see what we want to talk about. I'm gonna do once a month. I'm gonna talk serial killers, and my channel should be monetized within the next week. Woo! I should have hit my hours today. And then I'm going to be doing some different content, and then we've got stuff with the network coming. We've got a lot happening. Good things, all good things, because that's what happens when you work hard and don't live on TikTok. Hi Dahlia, welcome. Yeah, please catch the replay. It is a drama live, and I apologize. That is not what I like to do, and I will have people commenting about me doing drama. I already had one of them bitching because they were watching one and it was drama and they wanted the case stuff. Well, it wasn't for true crime. It was for drama. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I can talk Gypsy all day long, but I'm really kind of ready to move on. It brings too much chaos. And as y'all know, I adore Gypsy and the family. And I don't know. I am open to having a panel where we discuss different theories and kind of go with that. I'm open to that. But now the cat's been all loving. Jesus Christ. But anyways, y'all have a good night. Have a safe work week. Watch out for the crazies. Don't let Monday get you down. And I'll see y'all back here Tuesday. Sound good? Alrighty, y'all have a good night.